Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Hi you guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Z. I'm excited to do some deep cleaning with you today, focusing mostly on the kitchen. We have lots of things that we want to get done on our to-do list today, so hopefully you can find some motivation to get a few things done on your to-do list too. You can work right alongside me as we tackle our to-do list and check things off. So today for my to-do list, we have a few things we want to get done. First, I've been meaning to clean my ceiling fan in the living room, so we're going to give that a good dusting and clean. Also tackle the ceiling vents in the half bath as well and give those a good clean. Then we'll give all the appliances in the kitchen a good wipe down and clean those as well. And I'm also going to show you how I clean my Opal Nugget ice machine. So we'll go through that as well. And then of course we'll vacuum and mop the floors as well. So all in all, we have lots of cleaning that we're going to get done today. The kitchen will be sparkling and shining clean after we're done. And I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. So get up, girl. Let's get cleaning. All right, you guys, we are starting off strong by finally dusting this fan in my living room. This has been on my to-do list for quite a while, and occasionally I'll see the dust up there, but not want to take the time to get out the step stool, get up there and dust it off. So today we're checking this off the to-do list, which feels great. And while I have that step stool out, let's go over to the half bath and vacuum these vents as well, just to get any of that dust and debris that's built up and prevent it from falling out, which is so gross. So feels great to get that nice and clean. And then while we're dusting, I just decided to swing over to my room as well and dust off a few of the furniture pieces in here too. So if there's something you've been putting off, like for me, it was dusting, here's your reminder. It'll take 5 minutes. Let's just get it done together and you'll be so glad you did. Time to head over to the kitchen and start cleaning these appliances. So of course, using my favorite Scotchgard stainless steel cleaner, I'll get the fridge nice and clean. I love to clean this pretty regularly just to prevent any water spots or fingerprints from building up on the surfaces. And to me, it really makes a difference in the overall cleanliness and appearance of the kitchen, just to have your stainless steel a little extra shiny. So this feels great just to get one more thing checked off the to-do list. Of course, there's a few dishes in the sink, so we'll get these cleaned up real quick and throw them in the dishwasher before we move on to our next task. So I know I mentioned we're going to be cleaning my Opal Nugget ice maker today, and this ice machine, I know it's really popular. I see it all over social media, and I invested in it about 4 years back, and I absolutely love it. I know it's on the pricier side, but it makes the best nugget ice, which elevates any drink at home, and honestly, I just like adding it to my water or my iced coffee each day. But like any appliance, like a Keurig or anything like that, there is a lot of cleaning and maintenance that goes with it. So for the nugget ice maker, in order to fully clean it out, you actually have to take off the entire casing and remove all the tubes and parts and pieces and flush them out with vinegar and warm water, and it's a whole process. I'll make a video on that sometime for you guys to see, but I honestly only do that full deep clean every 3 or 4 months, and then in between I just like to do a vinegar and warm water rinse the ice machine actually has a cleaning cycle, so we'll do that together too, so you can see how I do my routine cleaning. So after first completely draining the ice machine from any of the water that had been sitting in there, I'm going to add some warm water and distilled vinegar to the ice machine, and we'll set that on the cleaning cycle, and I run it 3 times to allow that vinegar water to fully cycle through all the parts and pieces inside of the ice machine and descale them and fully clean. And I let this cleaning cycle run 3 separate times just to make sure that all the water has fully cycled through the system and it's as clean as it can be. And after doing that water and vinegar flush, then we'll completely empty out the machine before then doing a plain water rinse to remove any of that vinegar and ensure the machine is as clean as possible. While that final rinse is going, I just like to take a little bit of vinegar on a paper towel and wipe inside the machine all those surfaces that are easily accessible to just remove any of that built up water scale and keep the machine clean and functioning as well as it can. Once all the cleaning cycles have properly finished, we'll reattach the hoses and bring the ice machine back to its little corner over here. We'll get that plugged in and making ice, so we'll have it ready to enjoy for the week ahead. Whenever I clean the ice machine itself, I also like to take this as an opportunity to clean the ice bin, the scoop, the tray, all the parts and pieces, just get them nice and clean. This machine is making the ice that goes in the water and the drinks that I'm enjoying every day. So of course, I want to make sure it's as clean as possible. And then once we get the ice machine all situated and ready to make some ice over in the corner, we can continue on with the rest of our cleaning tasks. And next on the list is cleaning the backsplash in the kitchen, which has been another thing I've been putting off for a while. So here's your reminder. We're just under halfway through with today's cleaning motivation. Hopefully you're working alongside me, but if you haven't gotten started yet, it's the perfect time. Get up, girl. Let's get working and let's get some things done together. All right, you guys, in this angle, I'm sure you can see these little grease splatters and spots that have built up on the backsplash, and I am embarrassed to say that I have not deep cleaned this area in over a year. So today's the day, we're doing it, and I'm just using some warm water and dish soap on a microfiber cloth and going in and wiping down all these tiles, getting them nice and clean. And honestly, some of the spots were so built up, I needed to use a little bit of my Method degreaser. So we'll target those problem areas and get this backsplash finally clean. It honestly felt so good to get this area of my kitchen clean. This has been one of those things that in certain lights or different angles I could always see, but never took the time to get it truly cleaned. So here's your reminder and your motivation. If you're like me and there's something you've been putting off, get up, girl. I know you'll feel so much better once it's done, and I'm here to be your motivation to help you power through and get things done.
Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand.
Now that the backsplash is finally clean, we'll take this opportunity to deep clean the counters and get these corners that sometimes don't always get as clean as I'd like them to be. And then we'll put back all of my countertop appliances and decorations before we move on to our next cleaning task. Checking in on the ice machine over here. You're doing great, sweetie. Making beautiful nugget ice that we will enjoy later. And now we'll head over and clean the microwave. So I like to first use a degreaser, especially in times like this where it's been a few weeks since I've last cleaned the microwave and any of my appliances really. So I'll use my method degreaser and a microfiber to first clean off any of the built-on grease and grime from these surfaces before I go in with my stainless steel cleaner to shine and polish all the surfaces. And then we're also going to clean the inside of the microwave, and for this I just like to use a microfiber with warm water. I really don't want any chemicals or different things inside of the microwave where our food is cooked, so make sure to keep that nice and simple with just some warm water and a microfiber before we continue on with the rest of our cleaning. Next up, we will polish the stainless steel surface here, again with that Scotchgard cleaner. While I have the paper towel out, I'll just take a second to make sure all the glass surfaces are clean as well. Like I mentioned before, I like to use the microfiber really more so for kind of that deep cleaning, and then I go in with a paper towel for more of the shining and polishing of the actual appliances. I really do try to minimize my paper towel use in the kitchen by using microfibers and washable dish rags as much as possible, but sometimes for things like this, paper towel is really the best option to get the shine and clean that you're going for. So next up, we'll make sure to deep clean the stove top here, and as you can see, it was pretty dirty, so I'm really going to take a second to wipe down all the individual burners, get any of that food and grime that's built up on the surface here nice and clean with, again, my microfiber and warm water, and then we'll use some of the Method degreaser spray to polish and clean the surface and make it nice and shiny clean. We'll get all the burners put back in place as well as the stove grates before we move on to clean the front of the stove as well. And another tip, I know I've mentioned in my videos before, but when you're cleaning your stove and your oven, make sure to always clean these knobs. You'd be surprised all the food and buildup that collects there as they're being used. So we'll have those soaking in some warm water and dish soap while we clean the front of the oven and get it looking nice and sparkling clean. Alright girl, we're nearing the end of our cleaning motivation for today. Hopefully you're tackling things on your to-do list as you work right alongside me, but if you haven't gotten up already, here's your sign. Get up, let's get moving. Hopefully you found some good motivation to get a few things done on your to-do list as well. By this point, I was definitely starting to get tired. I'd been cleaning for a few hours, and while my work was really starting to show and I was feeling proud and accomplished, the finish line was in sight and I was ready to get things done. So after finishing the final appliances here, getting the dishwasher nice and clean, we'll put all the knobs back on the stove before we start vacuuming and mopping the floors. If you're like me and you can get overwhelmed by so many tasks, so many chores around the house, and it feels like you have a never-ending list and you're not even sure where to start, the best advice I can give you is to try to focus on one room at a time and do a little bit each day so that you don't end up with these massive whole house cleaning days. For example, today I really focused on the kitchen. Of course, here we're vacuuming around the main floor and the surrounding rooms, but the deep cleaning was really focused in one room, being the kitchen, and that allowed me to really focus on some of those things that I've been putting off for weeks or even a year in the case of the Backsplash. So that would be my best advice, is really to just focus on one room at a time, and you'll be able to get so much more done just by simply focusing your attention in that limited space. So here you can see we've got the steam mop out. We're gonna steam clean these floors, which you guys know is one of my favorite things. I love the feeling of freshly cleaned floors. and the kitchen was particularly bad. A lot of that grease and food kind of built up on the floor from cooking and spending so much time in and around this area. So I really took my time today and made sure to go slow and deep clean these floors so they would be nice and clean. All right, girl, we're winding down the last few minutes of our cleaning here. Hopefully you found some motivation to get a few things done on your to-do list too. If you haven't started yet, it's not too late. Get up, get cleaning, and hopefully I can be the motivation that you are for me. I truly love making these videos for you guys, and it really motivates me to get some of those things done that I've been putting off. So that's what I hope to be for you too, and hopefully you can come to my channel to find motivation to get those things done.
So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call?
All right, you guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. Hopefully you got a few things done on your to-do list too. I really enjoy spending time with you in these cleaning videos, and you motivate me while hopefully I'm able to motivate you as well. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check back next week for a brand new video. Bye!